Has some nice clouds here today. Just sitting here organizing some books, rearranging my socks. And I want to give the liberals out there, the woke people, I wanted to give you something to think about going into the new year. Take this as constructive criticism. I even wish you a happy, healthy new year. I wish no ill will against crazy people. They need help. So for the women out there, you woke crazies, this is your homework assignment for this year. Quit hating men. Quit having disdain for men. Quit blaming men for the source of your unhappiness. This is what you want to do now. There's always a crossroads in everybody's life. You don't know which way to go, and you were brought up probably a victim. And you married a victim. And you had victims as children. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and not in a positive way. And I hope you had a wake-up call. And reminders down the pike on January 20th that, as I've said before, Trump in a lot of facets is embarrassing. This isn't a perfect candidate by any means. It's the best of the worst. He's not perfect. And I doubt I'd want him representing a product of mine. But nevertheless, the economy's going to get better. I want all you people to scratch down, all you crazy woke people, the cost of gas, interest, the economy and the stock market. Now, well, not now, before he won the election in a year from now. And the women out there, you lonely women that have these kids that don't work. They don't want to work. They don't know what a career is. Because you've coddled them, you've babied them, and instead of being a parent and helping them navigate the world, you were their friend. Your children are your best friends. Major mistake. Which is why they still live with you, why they're lost, why they have tattoos all over, and why they smoke marijuana all the time and have no motivation. These are your children. No careers. Just look around. And it's also why you don't do the family holiday photo anymore. I mean, it looked like Halloween. Pink hair. Nose rings. Tattoos on their faces. Ugly, cheap, prisoner-type tattoos on their arms and legs. They're just a wreck. They're trying to express themselves. You can't express any form of success through ugly, cheap tattoos. And the dope isn't making it any better. It's no coincidence that they can't find suitable help anymore, because you've brought these idiots up into thinking that they're worth $25 an hour, even though they barely made it out of high school. You want to legislate wages and create this artificial, false social welfare network to the last man standing, which is small business and fast food. You want to give kids that aren't even out of high school yet vacation hours that they accumulate. You want to pay them for not being there, like Michigan and this crazy lunatic Gretchen Whitmer. You want livable wages. Yeah, livable wages were fine when you had skills and you were motivated and you wanted to work. So if the light bulb never came on, you should realize now that the reason there are no livable wages is because your kids don't have any skills. That's why they still live with you. And as far as your romance goes, you meet a guy, you're not bad looking, you haven't ballooned up to 250 pounds yet, and you meet some guy and he seems nice, and of course you're a human being. It's hedonistic behavior. You are attracted to older men. And you're trying to put a new foot forward, and you're trying to move on, you're trying to have a romance, a dating relationship. So you meet this guy and he's a little bit interested too. And you get together, and finally after 3 or 4 what turns out to be wasted dates, He gets to look at your kids. Yeah, and these aren't little kids anymore. These aren't kids that you're going to be stuck taking to school, picking up when they're sick, trying to get them to make something of themselves. These are adult children still living with you. And they lounge around and they sleep till noon and they play Pink Floyd while they're smoking medicinal marijuana because they sprained their ankle when they were 4. And the guy just comes in there, and if he's got any brains at all, I've said this all along, maybe he doesn't. Ducks fly with ducks. Walk with a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, looks like a duck. It's a duck. Get it? Ducks fly with ducks. So the guy comes over, you're dreading this because all the guys that you've met in your life up until now, when they get a look at your home life and these banshees, these savages that your offspring morphed into being, they don't want anything to do with that. Who would? What a turnoff. And you just didn't have one, you kept having them. And he knows that somewhere along the way, this person is going to be a constant expense. There's always going to be a catastrophe because they're woke. Every single little thing bothers them. They can't hold jobs. None of them have careers. They could probably never graduate from college. That's just too many things to do. You got to do laundry while you're there. You got to bathe yourself. And you have to take classes. You have to go to them. And you have to study. You have to take tests. There's a standard. And standards and you don't bode well. They just don't. So coming into 2025, you're going to be thanking me if you pay attention to this. You get these useless, woke, crybaby losers you refer to as your family. And you get them to a psychiatrist, get them on some medication, and you tell them this has got to change. Because they're going to be there when you're 80 and on a ventilator, but so what? How about all the healthy years in between now and then that you'd like to live a productive life? And you'd like to finally say for the first time in your life, hey, look at my son. Guess what job he just got? Or look at my daughter. You owe this to yourself, and you owe it to society. You need to be a responsible parent. This is no accident that your kids turned out this way. This is because the selection of your mate, having children, and the environment you allowed. Okay? This is the problem. Now you look at what I have to say and you look at what you've done. You follow me? So I'm hoping really in 2025 you see the light. If you can't beat them, join them. Even Zuckerberg and Bezos had enough brains to go down and talk over a pina colada. Elon Musk saw the light. Old loser Elon Musk, huh? Big dummy, huh? Get on the right track. Jumbos, you won't have to walk dogs anymore. Your whole life won't center around your pets, demonstrations, hating Uncle Sam, and having disdain for anything that you can't experience. You with me? Good luck.